So how long did it take you, Coleen?
Why are you laughing?
I just don't... Well, I just don't know why I'm laughing.
I was looking at that thinking I'd love to get down to that.
That's a great belly.
That's a great belly.
As good as that.
And that baby's, what, January, so a few months old?
I know.
I didn't go out for a few months.
Can I just say I did?
Did you?
I did. And my first trip out, I thought, I'll get a bit of shopping, and we had a local butcher's, and I went to the butcher's, and I walked in, and he went, oh, not long now. Shane Jr. was 6 months in his bag. Needless to say, I told him where to shove his pork chops. But yeah, I went home like... But actually, when they were first born, you know, because I was ginormous with all three of them, and when I was 5 months pregnant with Kira, they scanned me because they said, look, we need to take you in for a scan. And you're like, oh, what's wrong? And they said, well, we just think it could be twins because you're so big. Imagine how awkward it was when they scanned me. We went, nope, just the one. But she was big. But, yeah, but afterwards, I liked my flabby tummy when they were first born. I felt like Mr. Stay Puft Man. It was like, you know, those, like, worry beads you get and you squeeze them. Oh, my God.
It's like a stress ball.
It's like a marshmallow. I quite enjoyed it.
Well, nobody told me either that tummy doesn't go down straight away.
Yeah.
So I actually thought, you know, you give birth and the tummy goes.
Oh, mine kind of did, like a deflated balloon.
Oh, no, I had a big old jelly. It was like jelly. It's going to move on its own.
That's what I call my belly fondly. Jelly belly.
It's like, it goes back to the early days of pregnancy, doesn't it? Like that sort of 3-month bump. And you're like, all right, OK, am I doing this again?
Yeah.
No, it's just going to take a couple
Well,
of
I
years.
took ages to lose my baby weight, and I put on about 3.5 stone with Jack. Mind you, I did live on carbohydrates for most of the 9 months.
Good for you.
I think, which I loved. But I do remember going shopping, and he was probably 1 or something, and I had tried some jeans on.
He was 2.
He was 2. OK, he was 2. He was 2. And I was trying some jeans on, they didn't fit, and I had to ask, excuse me, could I have these in the bigger size, please? I went, oh, you know, just had a baby, and she went, oh, well, you know, you're looking very good considering you just had a baby. I was like, oh, thanks, you know, I'm doing my best. So Jack in the changing room, like, shh. 2 years old.
Isn't it weird, the pressure that people put on each other to look a certain way after giving birth? Why don't they just leave you alone? You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Because I remember coming after I had Leighton and going out for a walk and someone taking a picture of me and actually saying, like, oh, look how quickly she's got skinny again. Misrepresenting what I believe because I didn't once try and exercise or eat different foods, you know.
You're just naturally thin, aren't you?
But people, that scars people as well. So then our media starts making people feel like you should look like this after you've had a baby. I start feeling like, oh, God, I'm not normal, you know, and then people that don't lose their baby weight start feeling like under pressure to go on ridiculous diets and fads after they've just done one of the hardest things the human body is ever going to have to do. It's insane.
I think there's a lot of pressure from media now, isn't there? Social media and people posting pictures. And the thing is, nobody really, apart from Rebecca Vardy, who's the first one I've seen, has posted that kind of picture. They only ever post pictures when they're looking great again, don't they?
Yeah. I think that it's women that have to undo this. We have to, as women, do this. And I think I'm like you, Coleen.
It's women that criticise.
Yeah, because that photo, I thought, like you, I'd love to have a belly like that. But it is still a bit surprising because there is a little sag there and there's a bit of plump, and we just don't see that anymore. And you can start living in this kind of secret world where you go, oh God, I don't. My stomach's awful. My cellulite's this. My cellulite, and actually, most of us have those.
Yes.
We really do.
I said that. You walk along any beach. I mean, not everybody looks like Kim Kardashian, do they? They're all shapes and sizes.
Well, you just wouldn't go on that beach again, would you?
She was there.
Stay away from that beach. Beach, just there. Stay away from that beach.
But it's really hard to break through that, and I mean, I still struggle with it now. You know, to break through that self-consciousness and just go, it doesn't matter.
But it's reported in a very positive way. So it's like, look, isn't it amazing? She's pinged. They use that word, pinged. You know, pinged back into her genes as if it's a really good thing.
Post-baby body, they call it, don't they? As if, like, there's a way it should go, or how quickly you should be into it. But it takes years, not just for the outside to go back, the inside. Don't you remember ever thinking, oh God, I better do my pelvic floors, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble.
Teenagers.
I'm like this all the time at the bus stop.
Designer vaginas.
Designer vagina. That's really massively.
No, that's the thing. It's a thing. No, it is a thing.
I was really worried about that. I was like, I've pushed 2 children out of here, you know. What's left of
of it.
What's going to happen?
I was more worried about that than this. I was like, this can do whatever it wants, but this, I want it to be good. I don't want to have like a baby-shaped hole. Do you know what I mean?
But let's be frank. Let's be frank. If you've had a vaginal birth, it does go a bit doolally.
That then, would you have that?
Well,
no.
I'm ashamed to say I have on occasion, I'm not going to go into details, but I have on occasion thought, oh, if I could just do it in my lunch break and I never had to tell anyone, would be nice to feel a bit more normal.
But if you did your pelvic floors, you might not need any of that.
No, but
Well,
no, I'm not
no.
talking about you. You're in the wrong area of biology of what I'm talking about.
Perfect.
I was worrying about. I went on the trampoline the other day and I was like, oh, for God's sake.
yeah.
You know, like, it's a real problem.
This is so
What are
embarrassing.
you
None of
saying?
you have always... You know when you start a conversation because you think all the other women in the room have
Is
got the
this
same
not the
problem and then
same-
you realise that they don't know what I'm talking
Are we not in the same? Are we not in the same area?
No. Please,
I'm
one of you knows what I mean, don't you?
I'm very confused now. Do you think it's time to take a break, perhaps? Somebody could explain. You can explain
need to
what
lie
you
down.
mean to me. Anyway.